Good morning everyone. This is my first video in a couple of days, so I decided that I'm probably going to only look to do videos between Monday and Friday. Going to have the weekends off for family time, fun time, all that kind of thing. Having said that, I really like the thought of doing these 100 videos. In terms of doing them consecutively every day, I don't necessarily need to hold myself to that. I think it's more going to be when I want to talk about the things which I'm focusing on and doing and that I think might be helpful in some way, just to try and get you guys to come back with your own ideas and bits and pieces. I'll do a video. So having said that, Monday, start of a new week, new goals I wanted to share really quickly. My goal for this video was to try and nip it to only like a 4 or 5 minute video. So I just want to talk very quickly about what my intention is this week and to try and encourage you to do the same. And my intention this week is to take myself back to some lucid dream practice and some hypnagogic practice. So a lucid dream, for those of you who don't know, is a dream that you're having where you become aware within the dream that you're dreaming and you're able to stay in the dream. I did a course on this a number of years ago at Spa Road Buddhist Center in Bermondsey. In Buddhism, they call it Tibetan Dream Yoga, and the practice of Tibetan Dream Yoga is something in which in this awareness state, it's another form of awareness where you're hyper aware, you're super creative, you can ask for knowledge from your own subconscious as well as wisdom from potentially other sources, who knows. But it's a fantastic thing to train. There's a book I really recommend. It's called Dreams of Awakening. It's by someone called Charlie Morley, and he actually did the course back then. It's a phenomenon which was first discovered in the 70s, I believe, even though it was believed by a lot of people that it could be done before then, and certainly in Buddhism it's been practiced for centuries, but it wasn't really scientifically proven. I think it was Stephen LaBerge who proved it in the 70s that you can be asleep and also awake at the same time and experiencing these things in another world. And it's crazy when you first experience a lucid dream. But I'm keeping this video really brief, so I'm not going to go into lucid dreaming too much. I think I'll do a deeper video on this later on in the week when I can say about my experiences with it. This is just really an introduction, and to say if you are interested, there's more to come. But I wanted to aim specifically today on the hypnagogic state. The hypnagogic state is a state between being awake and falling asleep. It's sometimes referred to as the creative sweet spot. In fact, it's that state, the hypnagogic state, where it was believed that Edison invented the light bulb. What he would do is he would try and prolong his periods in this very creative state, this sort of state where your subconscious really gets to work creatively between being awake and being asleep. And what he would do is he made in this chair two metal plates, almost look like big ashtrays, underneath the arms of the chair, and he would hold two sets of ball bearings, and he would sit in this chair and he would relax and he would mull and start to daydream about ways that he can come up with this scientific idea of the light bulb. And what he would do is, if all of a sudden if he fell asleep, muscle relaxation would set in, his fist would open, he'd drop the ball bearings, they'd land and make a noise in the metal cup which would wake him up. He'd gather them up and he would do that process again and again and again. So anytime we can tap into the subconscious, we have our neat little kind of conscious world, don't we, up here, and then underneath lies the vast depths of our subconscious, where all of those little dragons and fears and beliefs and other bits and pieces sort of dwell all the way back from our childhood all the way up to now. But it's anytime we can dip into the subconscious, into a highly creative place, we should look to do it. And so a lot of the problems and things which I have tried to find resolutions for, I try to kind of in a very soft way think about it as I'm falling asleep, trying to engage my creative brain, my creative part in the hypnagogic state. So I would say give it a little Google and maybe actually start to become aware of how you can tap into this energy yourself. Now, how are we doing for time? Don't know. Still can't figure out on here where it says how long I've been. But that's my intention this week, is to start rereading Dreams of Awakening by Charlie Morley, to develop a practice before I sleep of getting myself into a good place where I could potentially may lucid dream. I'm going to talk about it more this week, but for now, what are your goals for the week? How did you get on last week? Did you reflect? And I'm looking forward to talking a little bit more about this in the coming videos this week. Have an awesome day. See you tomorrow.